Did you know that 1 out of 13 people suffer from debilitating, I mean paralyzing anxiety and fear? Anxiety in the first place is very intimidating. It's a sense and a feeling within us that something is not right. And we replay all the different things that happened and how could they misunderstand that, or, even in relationships, how could they do that? I thought they knew me, or, the job is, why did I lose that job? Or what was the just all these what ifs. What if I did it different? What if I stopped eating sugar, then I would lose all this weight? There's all these stories we create, and it's a disconnection. It's an excuse in my mind to stay stuck by focusing on what's not working versus trying something that could shift it for you. So playing with this experience is recognizing when you're holding on to grudges about fights, or you're not open to learning the lesson. You're focusing on what's not working, with the what ifs, versus what is, and acceptance and in embracing of an experience and trying to really expand your experience by allowing the discomfort to exist, allowing anxiety to be there, and then to just accept it and allow it to kind of move through you instead of be invested in holding on to that pattern or that belief system. A lot of the times when we start working through anxiety, we start getting invested in anticipation, like a repetitive pattern, thinking this is going to happen again if I don't do this, or if this happens, then this will happen. A lot of those patterns of anticipation create that intensity. And I'd like to play with that for a minute, because I think that when we get really invested in thinking we know what's going to happen, we kind of miss out on all the things that could happen for us. Really creating a short opportunity, instead of letting the opportunity unfold, we start to try to control it and restrict it and create more negative experiences versus seeing the gifts of something. If we are aware of anticipation and we use it in a proper way, we can grow and expand from it. Looking at, I want to use one of the examples from earlier, the job situation. If we go into a space where we're invested in not having that job or that experience, we start looking for opportunities to do something different, which is great. That's a good thing. But if you get into a job or a relationship, because I know a lot of people talk about having repetitive dating, experiences over and over again. Gosh darn, I did it again. I found someone just like the person I tried to get away from. That experience is really more about learning from it and embracing, and like I said earlier, learn and explore or stretch and grow, versus being really invested in saying, I'm going to avoid this experience because the experience is neutral. The opportunity for you to do something different lies within exposure to that. So we have to kind of go into spaces that are uncomfortable to learn. I think a lot of people talk about this in public speaking. You get out a little nervous and you get sweaty palms, butterflies in the belly, and we get all into an anticipatory state. We're in resistance, right? And then we get up there and we're like, oh, that was horrible. We get off the stage, and later on you're like, oh, I'll never do that again. Or if you go up there and continue to push yourself into those fearful spaces, you get a chance to do it differently. Okay, I get this. I've had this feeling before. I understand the anxious feeling. I know I'm not going to die when I get up there. I can really say some really cool things. It's an opportunity to be there for other people and share with them some things that I've learned. Just really embracing the experience of public speaking, or you can really push it away. So I'm a big believer of whatever you fear, you step into it, because you get a chance to try it again and in a different way. So it really becomes a cool opportunity for you to see something. And that's kind of why I broke down those 3 elements of relationships, jobs, and weight, because I really want you to understand there are really big patterns that show up in relationships. As I've worked through so many relationships with other people, learning that there's an opportunity to explore and learn more about you in a relationship, because it's a really intense, intimate experience. In a job, you wouldn't necessarily learn about those components of yourself. You will learn about yourself, absolutely, your abilities and your, things you like and things you don't like, absolutely. But the cool thing about this experience in a relationship is there are more heart invested emotional attachments versus a job. And in a job, you get to really stretch, and grow beyond some elements and belief systems that really create this discomfort. So it's really, it's a wisdom growth. It's an opportunity for connection in that way. And again, I think the way we treat our bodies and the way we treat our health, we get really invested in the mindful behavior. I feel like when we eat we eat unconsciously, we nonstop eat, we're not realizing we're eating our emotions, crunching on ice or chips, and we're angry and we have this state of resistance in us. It's our attachments to something being different can really change the way our brains perceive reality. So really wanted to kind of today touch more about the whole brain and the way we use it and react to it, because I really want to help you guys understand that some of the stuff that you're experiencing is very natural. It's what you do with it and how you believe it to be creates that different experience for you, and it becomes a stuck pattern. And so then anticipation gets trapped in this, anxious state, because you think of fear and you start anticipating a situation that's not necessarily real. And it really does kind of become a dwelling state, and you get really lost in that, and it becomes very stuck, and we're not open to other possibilities and connecting to really cool experiences. So everything in your life, and I always say this, everything in your life is happening for you, not to you. It does definitely feel like it's the opposite, but it really is not. It's a chance to really get in and get messy. Life's a playground, get messy, learn new things about yourself. There's just such amazing life ranges of emotional connections in every aspect of our life. So why would you want to play small, right? Why would you not show up? Because no matter what, you're going to have the experiences. No matter what, life is going to happen. So why not celebrate it and play with it and learn something about you in the process? Because as you start to unwrap this, these situations become such cool opportunities for you to really, literally just play out your life differently. I mean, there's just, not that the way you were doing it was necessarily wrong, but maybe you made up it was wrong, or maybe it didn't really serve you. It kept you in a state of minimized beliefs and resistance and really unsafe. So I'm a big believer of looking at the anticipation as a gift and really shifting these shoulda, coulda, wouldas into understanding different perspectives from other people's experiences, and then really recognizing, instead of dwelling on it, to recognize that these were opportunities and they're gifts, and to remove ourselves from the dwelling process and really, really expand it. I really think that when we dwell, we create pain. When we dwell on this belief that I should have been different, I could have done things different. If you could shift your mind from thinking of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas into these are opportunities to play something different and do a really big, really big expansive opportunity to shift that. So I'm going to wrap it up because I know I'm at my 30-minute mark. I think my computer turned off. I have no idea. But I really wanted to give you guys something totally different today and expand on something different. I am going to put those worksheets down below on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell to make sure that you get notified of the worksheets and stuff that's coming up. I have an episode of 16, it's a series of 16 shows that I'm putting together for you guys that are going to be going through the process of presenting one a week for you guys. So there are just little things to try and do different and shift your perspective to have a more joyful and happy life. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate this space, and I just always think of this as a chance to help shift the way we live our lives to a more joyful, more meaningful connections so that you can think more clearly, have better communication, and deeper connections. Thanks so much, guys, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.